Hi everybody, welcome back to what is a very bright, and you'll see the light adjust, I hope, properly on a very bright sunny afternoon. I have for you today Madonna, I Want You featuring Massive Attack, and the reason I'm playing it is because it's considered one of Madonna's most underrated songs, and I totally agree. And I felt justifiably, because I feature her now so often, she no longer gets blocked on my channel, yee. I wanted to feature this. It's a particular favourite of mine, and I want to share that with you on my channel. So today's track, Madonna, I Want to Feature You, featuring Attack, has a bit of bio as always, and that's what this channel's about, so you get to know the song. I Want You was made for a tribute album to the late great soul singer Marvin Gaye. The tribute album, called Inner City Blues, would feature Marvin Gaye's songs reinterpreted by various artists specifically for the project. Over a year before the release of the album, Motown, the record label in charge of assembling the artists for the album, approached Massive Attack and asked them to pick a song from the Marvin Gaye's back catalogue to reimagine and suggest they do a collaboration with Chaka Khan, a well-known American R&B singer. A backing track was made to accommodate her vocals, but due to Chaka Khan flaking on the recording sessions, she was dropped. The possibility came up briefly then of procuring Aaron Neville, another well-known American R&B singer, but that fell through as well because of legal issues. At this point, in stepped Massive Attack's old Wild Bunch cohort, Nellee Hooper, who made the suggestion of Madonna as vocalist. Hooper, who had recently finished producing Madonna's Bedtime Story album, was unable to set up a meeting between Massive Attack and Madonna, and from there, surprisingly, getting Madonna's vocal contribution involved less red tape and less prima donna behaviour than either previous options, Chaka Khan or Aaron Neville. Then it was noted that Daddy G and Mushroom never got the opportunity to meet Madonna during the recording sessions for I Want You. Only 3D, along with Nellee Hooper, would meet with Madonna over in New York for a period of 2 days, record the vocals with her, and then bring them back to Bristol to be worked upon. Madonna was so impressed by the finished product that she chose to include I Want You as the first track of her next album, Something to Remember. The original plans for I Want You included a full-scale single release. Premier Madonna, remixer of the time, Junior Vasquez, did some remixes of the track, and a promo video was even shot. But in the end, legality problems between the Motown label and Madonna's record label prevented this from happening. I Want You has never been played live, neither by Massive Attack or Madonna. There are various remixes, orchestral, Junior Vasquez mixes, and the notable quotes. 3D on using Madonna's vocalist said, "She sang it really well. She had it sorted out. You could tell she knew the song. She really worked damn hard on it. Damn good." And 3D on the recording sessions with Madonna finished by saying, "It was quite freaky for us because I'm just a Bristol boy. She was singing in my ear as we were playing the music down, giving me her version of it. I wasn't taking any notice of it really. I was just thinking about how mad it was. She's such an icon, it takes you a while to adjust." She really was in the vocal room. It was amazing. We did a few takes just to cover it, but she sung it so well we could have done it in one take. It was that beautiful. Now, I'm looking forward to playing what is a controversial song, and it's actually one of my favorite songs by Madonna. I think it always will be, and I felt it's not a song that's played a lot on the radios. It's not a song that was ever played, how can I say, by different organizations or used in different things, and maybe because of the Motown label and the controversy with Madonna's label, there was limitations. So obviously it was never sung live and therefore underrated. So let's listen to the song that I feel is one of her most underrated for the reasons I've mentioned, but ought to be one of the most savoured. Her vocals are absolutely exquisite. Take a listen, I'm sure you'll agree. With Madonna, I Want You, featuring Massive Attack. That is the one thing from that video I take, are the memories of the phone. You could slam it down, you could pick it up, drop it, hear the ringtone. All the things, all the great things that the young people today don't get to do on their phones, I tell you. I just think she is awesome. That song on my research had to be played today, and you can see why. The icon that she is doing her world tour, and I believe she's coming across the water to London, and she's also doing America, Seattle. All the details are in the description below, updated details as always, and this video is in over 32 languages. I want to send my commiserations to Madonna. I heard about your brother. I believe he was, my first name is Patrick. I believe his name is Patrick. And I found a video giving the details of Madonna mourns the death of her brother and some quotes that she's done. So if you just bear with me, I just want to basically give what has been said by Madonna herself in relation to her brother. So I'll do that right now. And again, I'm very sorry because, you know, you give so much, Madonna, and we forget you're human as well. And this is what Madonna has said in tribute to her brother. Thank you for blowing my mind as a young girl and introducing me to Charlie Parker, Miles Davis, Buddhism, Charles Bukowski, Richard Pritigan, Jack Kerouac. Expansive thinking outside the box. You planted many important seeds. And it's her brother Antonio Ciccone, who died at the age of 66 we're talking about. It wasn't Patrick. I don't know why I had Patrick in my head, and I apologize for that if I've upset anybody. But on top of that, Madonna has gone on to say this as well. And again, in my research, it's just repeating the quote, but I want to bring up a very beautiful quote by her brother-in-law, who's married to Madonna's sister as well. And this is what he says. Sorry for the delays, but it is something I want to do slowly, not rush. He said Anthony was a complex character, and God knows, we tangled in moments as true brothers can, but I loved him and understood him better than I was sometimes willing to let on. But troubles fade and family remains, with hands reached across the table. Beautiful quotes for, I'm sure, an intriguing man who inspired our queen, Madonna, of pop. And here's to the lyrics now of the song that I've played, I Want You. And I'm sure many of your fans will buy your tickets, Madonna, because they want you too to be back on tour and to be enjoying themselves. Long after a COVID, we need more of the pop queen. We certainly do. The lyrics begin, I want you the right way, I want you. But I want you to want me too. Want you to want me, baby, just like I want you. It continues, I'll give you all the love I want in return. But half a love is all I feel, sweet darling. It's too bad, it's just too sad. You don't want me anymore. But I'm going to change your mind, some way, somehow. It continues, I want you the right way. I want you, but I want you to want me too. I want you to want me, baby, just like I want you. How often do we look at our phones and during a breakup, after a breakup, at the start of a breakup, long after the breakup itself, do we still want that person? It's a universal feeling. It's a song that strikes a chord in its simplicity of lyrics, but the powerfulness of the delivery of Madonna. Because whereas she didn't speak or sing the words in the video, her facial actions, the setting, the black and white mood, brings you into that period of mourning that we all feel. And it's just too bad, as you said, it's just too sad you don't want me anymore. And I think more women need to empower themselves, or more men, if they're in a breakup, need to empower themselves, anybody that's in a breakup, and say, if you don't want me, that's fine. I've got my self-worth. I'm going to move on. People tend not to. They tend to, just as Madonna did towards the end of the video there, the person's ringing them, but right at the very end, she's feeling, no, you put me through this. You're not worth it. That takes a very brave person. It continues, one-way love is just a fantasy, which is why you can fantasize about the words that were said, but the actions and the deeds of a breakup make you think it was all for nothing. I was used, or I was forgotten about quickly, and so they didn't care about me or my feelings, and they never listened to me because I've said many times I loved them, but they weren't listening. So it does make you hang up the phone and put it down, as you saw in the video, or today just cut them off and say, and delete their numbers and block it and say, that's it. And I wish more people would do that. Self-preservation of the mind over the body is something you have to do to move on in life. Going through all the screams and the traumas and the swear words on the phone and all this upset does nobody any good. Sometimes a long thinking process, as we saw in the video, is the best way to deal with things. And a subtle, I don't want you to ring me anymore, and a finality to it makes you breathe again and makes you move on. Just remember that self-preservation is the answer to moving on. And it's by you doing the correct actions, not getting carried away with false words. So continues, I want you the right way, I want you, but I want you to want me too. I want you to want me just like I want you. I want you the right way, it continues. I want you, but I want you to want me too. So there's a yearning in the lyrics, almost like a chant you say to yourself. I want this person to want me. Turn up at my door. Say sorry. Don't come with flowers or chocolates or any of that. Don't invite me out for a meal or a chat. Say those immortal words. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let's give it another go. But when you've got periods of silence in between, as we saw in the video, you do go around thinking, and you think, what do I do here? And again, I say, usually I say in my videos, from I cannot to I can. I say this as an important saying. You have to say, I can move on, and I won't allow myself to give in. That's what you have to say. Because it finishes, I want you the right way, I want you, baby. Don't play with something you should cherish for life. That's how beautiful the lyrics finish this song. And that's why I brought in the thing about Madonna's brother. He was an important part of Madonna's life. She cherished him. And I felt the lyrics, I want you. Madonna had him, and she always will spiritually now. R.I.P. Anthony Ciccone. And I mean it to Madonna, sending out love, hugs and wishes. I'm glad you listened. I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a little homage to Madonna and one of my favorite underrated tracks. Thanks for listening. I hope you comment, like and subscribe. Take care for now. Bye-bye.